What's happening, everyone? Hope you're having an awesome day so far. Here, I just wanted to do my thoughts on kind of the recent situation with id Software now introducing microtransactions into Doom Eternal. For many, microtransactions leaves a sour taste in their mouth for a lot of people. And for me, I don't enjoy them, but then it kind of does depend on the situation. So in this video, I wanted to dive into those examples that we have seen so far on like Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation stores. And of course, kind of discuss a little bit of how it could be okay to have them or versus if it will even make a big difference at all. So before we get going, if you're new here and love Doom and similar games, consider subscribing, setting up notifications so you can stay up to date with the channel. Alright, well, let's get going. Ever since the beginning of Doom Eternal releasing, id Software made the promise that there wouldn't be any microtransactions. Now, of course, like I mentioned before, a lot of people don't like microtransactions, at least especially the kind that will give you an edge or an advantage in the gameplay. A great example, of course, would be, for instance, the Call of Duty franchise. A lot of times you can buy microtransactions, which are basically pay to win. And now, to a lot of people, that's not fair, because why should somebody be able to pay for something to give them an advantage? Now, of course, here in id Software, they gave us that promise that we wouldn't have any microtransactions that would make any effect towards giving you an advantage, which is great. But of course, we do have some microtransactions that were available from day one. Now, of course, if you pre-order Doom Eternal, you would get the RipNtear pack, which would basically just give you skins, the master level to the cultist base. There was, of course, the other add-ons such as the classic sounds for the guns, which was, of course, part of the pre-order for doing the DLC 1 and 2. There are, of course, now other skins you can purchase, like the Doomicorn and the Ember, or the, well, I guess you could say the first event that we had when Doom Eternal was released. Now, in my opinion, I think it's totally fine to have these type of microtransactions because a lot of people might have missed these events. Now, I do have Twitch Prime and I missed the Doomicorn event. In my opinion, I don't really care for that one. I didn't really like it. It does look cool in its own way, but you know, to me, that's just something I didn't want to waste my time. For other people, hey, you know, it's been great. The Doomicorn has a lot of memes. It even has now an action figure or figure you can get from McFarlane Toys. So it did go a long way. It actually was a popular skin, and that's great for a lot of people. But unfortunately, not everyone has a Twitch Prime account. Not everybody wants to pay that premium price for Amazon Prime just to get a skin or some other icons and whatnot. Now, of course, you could always get the Amazon trial, and I do believe you could potentially do it that way. Now, of course, you can just go ahead now and buy it, which isn't even that much. It's like $5, at least US dollars. And then, of course, the other one for the Ember or the Event 1 is $9. So, like I mentioned, it's really not a big deal that these are now available to purchase because they don't make you any better. They don't give you any advantage whatsoever. So I think this is great because, like I said, this gives people the opportunity who didn't have a chance to actually get it now, and even those who may have just started to get into Doom, or maybe they didn't buy the game when it first released. Now they can actually get this skin or the other skins just by simply buying them, because there was that opportunity to play that event and earn it that way, but now of course it's gone and we're already been moved on. And so if you missed it, there you go. Okay, it's fine. So in my opinion, that's totally fine. The only thing that would make me mad is if id Software were to make the Ultra Nightmare skins available to purchase. Now, with something like that, I would say it's almost like stolen valor, because whoever has the Ultra Nightmare skins are pro players, or at least people who have really earned that skin. So for somebody to just be able to buy it, well, technically you can actually pay someone to play Ultra Nightmare for you and earn the skin, which is kind of dumb. I don't know why you would do that, but to each their own. Like I said, I wouldn't like it if id Software did that. Now, of course, like I said, it doesn't give you any type of advantage, of course, but this is like wearing a medal, like a Medal of Honor or something like that, you know, in the Doom community. You know, you can actually show this off. You have bragging rights. So I hope id Software won't do it. I don't think they will. We'll just have to wait and see if something like that does ever happen down the road, maybe a few years down the road. We'll see. Now, of course, as far as other microtransactions, honestly, I don't think that there can be any other ones that would really give you an advantage. I think there could be something kind of like a speed boost, give you more XP faster, then that way you don't have to play as much. I do believe Rage 2 had something like that, and so it's not something that would be impossible to see, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. But overall, honestly, my whole opinion on microtransactions, you know, like I've mentioned, as long as it doesn't give you some type of advantage in the game, anything should be fine. I've noticed, of course, in the community that a lot of people are upset about this whole thing with buying the skins and that you have to earn them or whatnot. And honestly, it's really not that big of a deal, guys. Like, this is something that you can easily earn. It doesn't really prove anything that, oh, hey, I got the Archvile FBI suit or whatever, you know. It's like, it doesn't show that I'm good. Really, it just shows that I play a lot, that's all. And so as far as that goes, this shouldn't be really a big thing to worry about down the road, like I said. But in other news though, just one I want to mention before I close this video is that at least in the previous stream, you know, Hugo did mention something about the master levels and that they're almost done for the Terrace Navad master level, and that there will be a room where there'll be invisible Archviles. So that's going to be really interesting to come across, and I'm excited for it. Maybe we'll see it become available in the next few weeks or whatnot. But other than that, that's my opinions on the whole situation with the microtransactions. I just figured I'd, you know, get my voice out there just to let you guys know how I feel about it. I hope you'll like the video, and if so, be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video so we can get it out there more. Be sure to also check out my social media accounts at RipNtear Gaming. Hope you guys have a good one, and until next time, don't forget to rip and tear. Peace.